Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So, inshallah, we continue, and I wanted to talk about pronouns today. So, the discussion today is about pronouns. Pronouns, and as you remember, we were talking about definite nouns. Pronouns are amongst the definite nouns. One of the definite nouns we had, for instance, was Allah, or the signs we studied was alif lam that was added to the beginning and the tanween was dropping from the noun. So that was also a sign of definite noun. Now pronouns as well are also considered definite nouns. But before I give you the pronouns, let's understand some discussion about it. Predominantly these are fixed nouns. If you go back to lesson number 2, I talked about mu'rab and mabni, declinable and indeclinable. These are indeclinable nouns. So when pronouns, when you see them, when you memorize them, they will be in the way you would memorize them. They will always show up like that. Okay, so they don't. The ending of the pronouns does not change. Now, let's go through the certain sort of an introductory discussion before we actually get the pronouns. So a noun, let's review something here. So this is a bit of a review. So a noun, ism, has the following. For instance, it has number. What does that mean? It means it is singular, dual, and it can be plural. Okay. The other thing that nouns will have is gender. Either be masculine or feminine. The third thing that you are also familiar with is they will have a case and or state. So that would be marfu, mansub, and majroor. Okay. There's another thing that nouns have, which is person. The pronouns will change based on what person in conversation it is. So in terms of person, we mean first person, which is the person who is speaking. In Arabic, we can, in the English language, we can call him the speaker. And in Arabic, it's called the mutakallim. Next, we have is someone who's the second person. It's the person that's being addressed, that you're speaking to, called the present in English grammar. And in Arabic, this person is called hadir. Hadir. Okay, so in English we say you. First person is I or we. And the third person, so the next one is a third person. For third person, it's the absent. in English grammar. Person who's not present and you're talking about them, such as he, she, you're referring to them, but they're not being addressed in the conversation. That's غائب. Person who's absent, referred to the third person. Now, all of these will manifest, these variations will manifest in the pronouns that will come. And by the way, the pronouns are tied to the verb as well. So if you total these up, then you will find that there is several, and you will see how many terms that turns into. And inshallah ta'ala, when we open the discussion on verbs, after the pronouns, when we have a discussion on the verbs, then the discussion will be a lot, then it would be easier for us to understand. So inshallah, I just wanted to do this review today in lesson 25, just review the properties that a pronoun would have. And now, just to prepare your minds, and I will give you the list in the next lesson, inshallah. So just understand this applies to pronouns and also will apply to the verbs as well. So these, you have to pay attention to these four, the number, the gender, the case, and the person, and be on the lookout for the variations that result because of these. Okay? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.